It's about time the police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents and they're very worried.
I'm here now. We'll get to the bottom of this.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is, Detective. I've learned the moods of our patrons well enough to tell you the tensions are high. Now, have a look at the crime scene for clues. And when you're ready, we can discuss your findings. You'd better come. With me, Detective.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is a crime scene.
Do you not see the glory of the thing? The artistry.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse me.
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work. There is more emotion in his death than most have had in their entire lives.
Our friend is dead, Mr. Avita. Have you no respect?
I'm just saying that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing
Please,
worse
if
than
I may,
That's
if
what
I
this
could
is
just
to you?
have your attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting. But the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, as you probably know, I'm an actor.
Did you have any thoughts of...
It's obviously Santiago.
Never mind.
Okay, just...
Perfect. A baseball bat? Huh. What's this doing here?
Have a look at the crime scene for clues. And when you're ready, we can discuss your findings. You are free to question the residents. Their safety is our priority.
Well. It is the law of the law. Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts?
Sure. Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true. Come with me.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition.
Indeed, this was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction.
I suppose in a way it must be. All art must therefore be constantly, we must ascend. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's cute, I guess. Some people like that kind of thing.
More than you would imagine. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man? My fellow connoisseur of the art.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? My work is primarily in oil paint.
Uh-huh. Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently.
Mm-hmm. What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, Detective. Like Prometheus's torch. It kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda.
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, Detective. I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours?
Uh-huh. Never mind.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, Mr. Whiskers died last month. Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I don't know, really. Oh, was there something else?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist.
Sure.
Was there something else, Detective?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but was there something else?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains. Most people don't find it all that interesting. Oh, was there some...
I'd like to hear more.
Oh, wonderful. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with it, but that's easily solved with the regular...
Right.
Was there...
I'd like to hear more.
I'm afraid that's really all I... Was there...
Robobrains have a voice modulator?
That's what allows us to recreate our original... I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited...
Sure.
Maintaining our original voices helps... Was there...
Never mind.
Very well.
Of course. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs.
Never mind.
Good luck catching...
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix. I'm sure I can clear that...
No! No, it's not that. I've just caught another cold. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What do you even know? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed.
Secondly,
Is this blood?
you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your little room? Mr. Surrelli and I are going to rewrite the neighborhood. So soon we will get everything right. Because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana. Whatever. I'm going to the lab.
Maybe Maxwell has the key. Sweet.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
My fellow connoisseur of the art.
Uh-huh. Never mind.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
There's evidence Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
Situation normal. Law and order has been restored.
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
He attacked me. But it's over now. Your residents are safe.
There you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot.
Jimmy? If you don't keep that little twerp Bentley out of my face, I swears to God I'm gonna throw this fucking terminal through the wall. He saw me coming across the log rolling course before work and starts asking why I was out there at 5 in the morning. If you want to keep those extra profits rolling in, you better keep him in line.
Sweet.
Hello? Luke, is this thing on?
Yep. We're rolling.
All right, good. Now get back to work. I can take it from here. This here is Ray Husky, leader of the Husky family, rightful owner of the land previously known as Haddock Cove. These here tapes are mine as well. We've torn enough scrap metal from the nearby houses to build an outpost on the water. Really make a go of it here. We build this thing big and tall enough, we'll be able to see pests coming from a good distance off. No one will be able to catch us with our pants down. Ray Husky, signing off. Okay, lunkheads, listen up. These here are the chores for the month. I'm only making one of these, so pass it around. And no, I will not be changing my mind again. So stop asking, Braun. Luke, you're in charge of fishing, cleaning fish, and cooking fish. Just about anything to do with fish. That's your job, okay? Rowan, you're on building and repairs. Seems like some of the baseboards keep getting loose and torn up. I'm not sure what's getting them, but fix it. Braun, you've got brush removal again. Got to clear our line of sight. And yes, you may have to work at night, you big baby. I don't care what you hear. I pulled day guard duty again. We'll swap around at night, same as last month. Even you, Braun, don't even start whining. That's it. If you don't like it, tough. This is how we get things done around here. All right, no announcement. So listen. Whoa! Luke, what are you doing in here? I'm making my next tape here.
Boss, Braun's off in his bunk whimpering about something. He says he saw something peering up at him under the baseboards.
Are you kidding me? He's a grown man, for God's sake. He's too old to be jumping at the boogeyman.
Maybe, but he's refusing to do his chores. On top of that, Rowan keeps hiding in the water and jumping out at him. Scares him half to death.
Fine. Go round up those chuckleheads, and I'll have a talk with them both. This place would fall apart without me, I swear. Oh, for crying out loud, this thing is still recording. Luke, how the hell do you make this thing stop?
Big red button marked stop recording.
Got it.
Don't underestimate those trappers by the Azalea.
The MS Azalea is good to go.
I'll send the work crew over. And once we haul a piece of the ship here, the hull will be a sight to see.
I don't have time.
I've yet to catch a proper fish. Put some in you, boss.
I cleared the lumber mill for you.
We gotta go see the captain. Here's the pay. I don't care if you don't want it. People keep leaving the island.
Talk to
But
Bertha.
now that there's land to call
Never
their own,
look a trapper in
they'll
the
come back.
eyes.
My friends have already sent word. We're going to turn back the tide.
Every
You'll
day,
see.
another harbor man leaves the island.
Fresh shipping. All your medical and food needs. Guns, guns, and more guns.
Bertha?
Excuse me, ma'am?
Smalls, we got no time for you.
The mainlander cleared out Echo Lake Lumber Mill.
Whatever you're talking about isn't as important as what Bertha's got to say.
We gotta get off the docks, Captain. If you give us some of those Acadian fog condensers, my friends are ready to homestead the lumber mill.
Surviving is about more than taming fog. We gotta stay together, Bertha.
But we're no good here. Harbormen need their own land, something to protect and hold.
I was wrong about you.
What?
Not you. You. Bertha knows this island better than you, Avery. We give folks some condensers, materials, and a chance to build defenses. And we'll survive all right. And thrive, even.
I can lend a hand, too.
You would? Well, then their odds are sure to be better. Give them the fog condensers, Avery.
Well, I won't stop you, but until we deal with the children of Adam, settling the island again, it could blow up in your face. Come, Bertha.
You might want to check up on Echo Lake. Bertha's friends would no doubt welcome you. And take this. You never cease to amaze.
You're from the Commonwealth,
Bait
right?
shop's got it.
My boy!
She actually did it.
Did what? Chase me from my home? You should dump her in the harbor.
You're really not grateful? You get to see your boy again.
Ah, it is good to see family again. He never visits our rights. Here.
Mitch is at a loss for words.
Hush now. I owe you one.
My kids ain't gonna believe the stories about you.
Mainlander, I got one last idea. Crazier than a box of rat roaches, but that hasn't stopped you before. Hull's got plenty of stopping power now. But if a Mirelurk Queen went for a frontal assault...
I'd like to help, if I can.
I had a feeling I could count on you. Thicker walls can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. But the bigger problem is acid. Only thing I've ever seen survive a Queen's acid are other Mirelurks. So you gather up a bunch of the carapaces and lug them back here. Then I'll reinforce the town as best as I'm able.
Far Harbor really owes you for all this.
Yes and no. So I got a personal stake in it.
Avery.
It's hard to believe before you came here, all hope seemed lost. But now we've taken back homesteads. People are finally coming together. And all of it, it's all because of you.
I just wanted to help my friends.
We don't deserve you. Sincerely. My people are so mired with their own concerns, I don't think they even realize that you saved us. Anything I'd give you or do for you, it just isn't enough.
Sure.
Cutting carapaces is a dirty job. The pay will be worth it.
I got your Mirelurk carapaces.
Finally, it's done. Everything that feels like I can find.
Enjoy the break, Mariner.
I wonder how long.
Uh-huh.
Take care, man.